Hello everyone and welcome to Spain on a Fork. I'm your host Albert Bevia. In today's episode we're going to be making a super tasty tapa, champiñones rellenos de ajo y perejil. This easy to make appetizer has an enormous amount of flavor and it's the perfect starter to any meal. So let's get started. And here are the ingredients we'll be using. We have 6 extra large button mushrooms, about 3 tablespoons of extra virgin Spanish olive oil, 3 cloves of garlic that have already been minced, some freshly chopped parsley, and sea salt. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is preheat our oven. So let's go ahead and put it in the bake and broil option. And let's go to 210 degrees Celsius, which is about 410 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, the next step, let's grab our mushrooms and let's go ahead and remove the stalks from each one. Okay, after you've taken the stalks off, you can grab a butter knife. Just kind of scratch off the excess that's inside. That way we have a bigger hole. Okay, once you've taken off the stalk from the mushrooms and cleaned it out a little bit, that way you have a nice hole in there. Let's go ahead and grab our mushrooms and add them to a large bowl. We'll add 1 tablespoon of extra virgin Spanish olive oil and a pinch of sea salt. And let's toss it all together. Okay, the next step, let's grab a mortar and pestle. Let's grab our 3 cloves of garlic that have already been minced and add it inside. And now let's pound the garlic. Okay, once you pounded the garlic into a pasty texture, let's go ahead and grab a generous pinch of our freshly chopped parsley and add it inside. And pound it with the garlic. After pounding the parsley, let's go ahead and add about 2 tablespoons of extra virgin Spanish olive oil. And a pinch of sea salt. And let's mix it all together. Okay, the next step, I have a baking tray with some parchment paper. Let's go ahead and put our mushrooms on it. Now let's grab our sauce that we just made and start spooning it inside of each mushroom. And now we'll add our mushrooms to our oven. We'll leave them in here between 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, so it's been about 15 minutes since we put our mushrooms in and they're perfectly cooked. So let's go ahead and turn off our oven and let's plate our mushrooms. Now we'll put a little bit of our freshly chopped parsley in the middle to give it some color. And there's our finished plate of champiñones rellenos de ajo y perejil. I'd like to thank you for watching today's video on making champiñones rellenos de ajo y perejil. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe to my channel so you can receive all my future videos. Until the next time, hasta luego.